I still like the boss, although I really was thinking, like, I didn't expect them to do it, but I really do think that, like, this world would, Oh, jeez, I did all of them in a row. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I did 2 dodge-throughs and a counter.
Yeah, you did a great
I really
job.
do think that Lily keeping this would have been really cool.
I agree.
Hack.
But I think she could just make a new one.
I found a way! There's a hacking code on Iberus's memory stick.
Oh! Because we did that, so we don't have to kill her.
Oh, whereas otherwise we probably would have had to kill her.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Catch her! Catch her! That is very interesting that Iberus basically, like, saved her.
Lily, hide yourself!
Well, that's the same in both of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this thing's coming back?
Yeah. Guess they know Mother Sphere doesn't care about him much.
True. I mean, Mother Sphere basically said, oh, you're the new Elder Nativa? Time to kill you.
Yeah, time to die.
Now, there's nothing stopping us.
Wait, does she have better powers now?
I think so.
Whoa, cool.
Cool! This is awesome!
Yeah, this is a way cooler ending.
Yeah, this is great! Look at her wing! I like her wing.
This is like Taki mode, but like a different version of it.
Yeah, it's like you get to use Taki mode all the time now.
I wonder what that countdown is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Weird.
Maybe you have to beat it in that time?
I wonder if she'll be able to use these moves just whenever in the next game.
I think they would have to find a way of having some kind of timer to it, you know what I mean? Or like some kind of balancing to it.
True. I just really like the wing a lot. It's really cool.
It is very cool.
I wish we could bring back Taki.
I think it's cool how she became like an actual angel.
I know, isn't that awesome? I think it's really fun.
Who are these people who said this story wasn't good?
I don't know.
understand this. I thought this story was awesome.
You know what else I really like is the thing that she's got on her head is like a circle.
It's like a halo.
And it looks like, you know when they drew Jesus in those
What, with the crown of thorns?
No, like the pictures on churches that are made of glass, and they always show like a golden circle around his head.
Yeah, that's a halo.
Yeah, but it's like they make it look different. Does that make sense in those pictures?
Right, but it's still supposed to be a halo, I believe.
Oh, I guess I didn't really know it was supposed to be like
Usually
a halo.
the things above his head are either a halo or a crown of thorns.
Eve! Lily, are you all right? Eve! I thought I'd be left alone. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still not used to the new look. Still, I'll get used to it one day, right?
Yes, Lily. I'm sure you will.
Oh, too many things happened today.
Yes. And even more awaits us. Let's return to the tetrapod.
Oh.
Yay! Well, what do we have to do now?
Mother Sphere better not show her ugly ass here again and start preaching at us.
I know, right?
Look, it's nighttime out now.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
A starry night.
What the heck?
You get out of here.
Starlight. Twinkling, reflecting on satellites. Predicting the future. It's like trying to find one single star in the endless sky. I serve the future of mankind, though whether that future would embrace me, I cannot say. But for the sake of Father, I refuse to give up. The one who gave birth to me, taught me, the one who's no more. Yes, I must confirm if you are, in fact, that future.
Mother. Sphere?
Nice to meet you, Eve and Lily. You have more than met my expectations. The final decision was a bit disappointing, yes. But thank you.
What are you talking about?
This concludes the Eve Protocol. Then farewell.
Wait! We have questions!
Yeah, I don't think Mother Sphere cares.
No, I don't think she does. She tried to kill you.
What's up with the ships, though?
I don't know. Are those more angels? Because that's the ships from the beginning.
Yeah, very similar ones.
Oh no!
Are these like angels it's shooting out?
I don't know. I think they're trying to kill us. Or something.
There's too many Eve!
Lily, stay back.
I think she's trying to kill us now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Who are these girlies?
They look like angels, but all the same.
Yeah,
Like, just kind of
Like they weren't
mass-produced.
finished. Yeah.
This is your plan. Then I'll gladly play my part. Now, come, my comrades.
Yeah, so Mother Sphere's trying to kill us. She doesn't like the decision we chose.
We're gonna look at something here.
Yeah.
It said a couple things showed up in the, like, you know, whatever you'd say, character.
Yeah.
Mother Sphere, everything was planned according to the Eve Protocol.
Okay.
Alright. What about Lily? Equipped with the Providence, the colony's combat exosuit, Lily enters the final battle with Eve. Okay, then why did it add to that?
Because it said at the end, what does Lily's fate have in store for her, because the other ending kills her.
Oh, got it. So now we just have to fight these.
Yeah,
I think
guess
they're just
so.
mass-produced angels.
Yeah, they are. It's like she stopped giving them personalities and stuff. She just, like, made a bunch of them to try and overpower Eve. Because she was mad that Eve made her own decision.
Yeah, but then in the other ending, she acted like she wasn't that happy with the decision either. Seems like she's just not happy with anything.
Yeah, I guess I don't get that, because didn't she want Eve to kill the elder Nutiba?
It is interesting. I think a lot of it's left open to interpretation on purpose. I know Kim Hyung-tae said that a bunch of things would be answered in the sequel.
I think she was happy with Eve's decision in the other one where she killed the elder Natiba, but she just said it was bittersweet because she knew Eve was friends with him. Does that make sense?
Oh, I see. Okay.
What's going on?
I don't know. It just ended.
Did you win?
I don't know.
Are we getting blacked?
I wish.
Wait, that's just the ending?
They said there's a post-credit scene on this one.
Kim Hyung-dae, you better give us my answers right now. And Donkey Lee, I want my answers.
Is that like Donkey Kong?
I don't know, but that poor guy has a tragic name.
So wait, with the other ending you can skip ahead on credits. On this one, can I not? Or will I be able to in a second?
I don't know, did you try?
Yeah, you're usually... I was able to hold circle and skip ahead on that.
Oh, maybe it's because this is the canon ending.
Oh, there's like a post-credits?
Yeah.
This is where the Mandarin shows up, like the real Mandarin. And he's like, the other guy was an actor. I'll be in Shang-Chi 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I like this ending a lot better, but there are still a lot of questions to, you know, be answered later on.
I know. I'm very excited about a sequel if this is the ending it's gonna follow.
You weren't excited about the other one?
No.
Yeah, no.
No, I found that one to be a little bit kind of disappointing.
I was waiting to read something. You okay there? You need a drink?
I'm okay, thank you.
I was waiting to read something at the ending that I thought was supposed to be here, but I don't know how many people could have worked on this game.
Oh, a lot of people.
Consumer engagement. I like the idea that Fred Dutton is like, do you feel engaged?
Who's
Like,
Fred Dutton?
the consumer engagement guy. I wonder like what he did. He must have been like the guy running the Twitter or something.
Good for him.
Well, I don't know. Consumer engagement. It sounds like Twitter. How many of these people worked on this?
There was a lot of people who worked on this game, okay? It was a very good game. It needed a lot of people.
You know, I've seen people get like really mad if you don't look at the credits.
Okay, well, why don't they just play the game themselves and read every single one of the credits?
No, not on our channel, just online.
Oh.
I've seen a lot of people get mad if you don't read the credits. Like, they're like, you're not giving the attention to these people that they deserve for making such a cool piece of art. And it's like, okay, well, why couldn't you just read the credits anytime? Like, right now, I want to see what's after the credits, right?
Yeah. And
You
also,
know.
couldn't I just Google the credits, too, and see who, like, worked on it? Like, if I want to go see Fred Freeman or whatever he is, can't I just Google him?
I would certainly think so. I guess not. Fred Freeman.
Whatever his name was. The social media
Fred
director?
Slaveman, please. I gotta crack my knuckle here. Alright, well, so this is the post-credits. We get to look at the sun.
Yeah, it's like a Marvel scene.
That's cool. Sad that all these angels had to die, but let's use their parts to make some sexy robot ladies in real life.
Hot.
Or not in real life, I guess, on Zion.
Maybe we could give some of their arms to Raven.
Yeah, maybe we could reprogram them.
Mm-hmm.
Eve does not seem happy about that.
Nope.
But there's some cool technology here now we can salvage.
Mm-hmm.
So did she fight her all night?
I guess so.
Huh. Is that the whole post-credit?
I don't know.
Oh.
Hey, they actually do the hypercell in this one, unlike the last ending.
Yeah, that last one was a little, not, like, fleshed out.
Yeah. Oh, I like this rock music.
So now all those people are gonna wake up, right?
Yeah.
Nice. I think it's interesting how there was almost a feeling of conspiracy the whole time where it was like, is Oracle really helping them? Is he not?
I know. I thought
just-
that was interesting.
Turned out he was.
Mm-hmm. This girl sounds like so young, the one singing.
Yeah, it's a cool voice. Ooh, what's this gonna do? It's gonna light up? Nice.
Pity.
I wonder if Zion will be bigger in a sequel. You know,
I hope
because
so.
did you see all the city off in the distance that we
Yeah.
can't go to?
Because it's like it wasn't fixed up yet.
And it wasn't populated. It had
Yeah.
been populated, but then it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's crowded now.
Mm-hmm. That's because everybody's waking up from the cradle.
I wonder if that one guy who wanted to do drugs before he went to the cradle woke up.
I don't
Are
know.
we Batman?
Yes. Are we basically like the new Oracle?
I kind of think we're now like an angel watching over Zion.
Cool. I like that we can fly now.
Yeah, no, I think I preferred that ending by a lot.
Their journey continues on.
So for Lost Memories, cost...
Look at the main screen.
Cool. That's neat, isn't it?
Yeah.
So cost of Lost Memories ending You can't get it if you maxed out Lily's affinity. You'd have to do New Game Plus and just push through the game to do it, which, not to be, I don't know, a sore loser here, but I'm not doing that.
Look at this. Depending on which ending you chose, it would either be Providence or the Atom boss.
Where? How do you switch?
You can't switch. We would have had to do the other ending.
I see. Okay. I get what you're saying. Not that I'm not playing New Game Plus, I just mean I'm not going to rush through it for a Let's Play, but...
Yeah.
So, cost of lost memories. Stellar Blade's endings explained. Do you want to hear them real quick?
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah. This is from Game Rant. If Eve refuses Adam's hand, it triggers the return to the colony ending. Eve battles Adam, then he turns into the Elder Natiba fully, like a monster version. Then Adam dies in Eve's arms, telling her that the history of humanity is over due to her actions. Then the nest collapses. Eve and Lily exit the nest. Mother Sphere talks to them, who says that their mission is over. They board it and fly towards the colony. But then she's like, oh, or whatever, which we don't know what is up with that. They didn't even mention that here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. The cost of lost memories. Eve takes Adam's hand, but Lily affinity is not 100%. So, the exosuit is under control of the colony. Eve has to finish off the armor. Then Lily dies in Eve's arms, and Eve carries her outside where she's confronted by Mother Sphere. Mother Sphere gives a brief monologue, commends Eve for her decision, and concludes the Eve protocol. And then the angels attack Eve, and Eve fights them off. This one is basically the same, except that, Lily is able to get out of the exosuit. Then, after a short monologue, she ends the Eve protocol and sends angels to fight Eve. Eve fights the angels until the credits roll, but then another scene begins showing Eve on the battlefield full of deceased angels. She looks towards the sunrise. Lily installs the hyper cell in the cradle, fixing Zion, and, then it's the ending. So the main ending would have just been that Lily was dead.
Yeah.
The main difference.
Yeah.
And that would have been about it.
So yeah, that's all the endings for you.
I did want to do this really quick just to get in New Game Plus all your equipment, blah 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 blah. They transfer to the next game. However, your game progress will reset and not carry over.
Okay.
Okay. Please select a slot to start. What do you mean? Oh. Yeah, your current progress will not be retained, right?
Yeah, that's yes.
I'm not really doing hard mode on this one. I just want to do normal. But I just wanted to get the Raven suit. But anyway.
So did you get the platinum?
I don't know.
Let's go see.
No.
Okay, well, what are you missing? You're missing one trophy. You're missing that one ending.
Really? You need to play New Game Plus?
I guess so.
Oh.
And just not get your affinity up with Lily all the way.
Okay, well, I can do that. I wanted to, do it anyway to get the costumes, but I didn't know you needed all of the endings, did you?
No. But hey, we got 2 out of 3.
So what did you think of the game? I guess you might have to cut this.
I loved the game. I thought it was great.
Are you not going to talk?
No, I mean, sorry, I was just looking at the things. I thought it was interesting to see. No, I mean, I loved the game. I thought it was great. I really loved the ending. I like that. I am sad that Adam basically dies no matter what you do.
Wait, did you have to do a lot of talking today?
Yeah.
Do you want some drink?
Yeah.
Here you go.
But I did like that he kind of fuses with her and then she becomes like, an angel Natiba.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like the fusion ending a lot. Again, as long as you have, options for your, whatever you'd say, for your, costumes in the sequel.
I want answers on it when that happened. What were the Natibas? Are they still hostile? Are they still around? Or did they all disappear like what happened with Adam when he died?
Well,
Are you alright?
Adam said that it wouldn't bring peace right away, remember?
That's true.
My hand.
So I think that the angels are still out there on, the colony. And then I think that the Natibas are still roaming around on the Earth, like that there's still a ton of them. And I also would assume corruption could still spread. Remember how corruption spread?
And basically Eve has to, like, go around and fix it. And, like, decorrupt things.
Because, like, say there's corruption, like, some person could kind of be corrupted by an Natiba. Like, remember what Raven did to Taki?
Yeah. Where she got corrupted by a Natiba.
Yeah.
Interesting. I guess I don't know. That's oh my.
It. Mother Sphere is a liar. Mother Sphere is a liar. Mother Sphere is a liar. Look at that.
That's really funny. Well, Mother Sphere is a liar. She was right.
I wonder what happens to Raven.
I mean, I think she just must die there.
I don't know.
Right?
Do you want to look it up?
Yeah, why don't you look it up?
Why don't you look it up? Why don't you look up Raven on the wiki and see if there's any, I guess, what would you say, like, common idea as to what happened to her?
What happens to Raven? Stellar Blade.
Because I would be very interested in knowing that.
She's tagged as chaotic evil.
Well, that makes sense. But I don't really care what she's tagged as. I just want to know what happens to her.
I just thought it was funny.
It is funny. I don't know. I love the game.
So, Raven destroyed Zion against Adam's will because she was upset that he chose Eve over her.
Look at this. I look kind of like Bayonetta-y.
Hot. Love it. Let's see. If you arrived to Earth before Eve.
Yeah, again, I really want that prequel. Don't you?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm reading.
That's okay. We can cut.
Hey, they made a Final Fantasy VII reference on this wiki. They said during the fight with Raven, she can send waves of chill from a distance or unleash extensive combos up close, one of which culminates in an Omni-Slash style finisher.
That's cool.
Yeah, they said Omni-Slash. I thought that was pretty fun. Pretty exciting.
So yeah, you'll have to tell me what you see about that. It's weird because it's like Raven had a point.
It doesn't say anything about what happens to her after.
I wonder what the general consensus is.
Why didn't Adam choose Raven to join with her?
Wasn't it because she wasn't as advanced?
Yeah. In the end, he says something along the lines of, in the end, I guess she had her motives too. Her motive, as far as I could tell, was to help him retake the planet and join with him by defeating as many androids as possible, Taki and Eve included. But at some point, it seems like off-screen, she figured out that while Adam was spending time with Eve, he realized she was the one and was going to join with her. In outrage, Raven tried to kill Eve and also kill Zion out of spite, because those were the two things Adam liked and wanted. But why didn't he choose her? Or maybe
okay, I couldn't
as simple as I said, he realized she was a little too okay with killing anything and everything.
Like she was too crazy. Mm-hmm. I think that she had become too jaded.
Somebody said Adam admired Eve's good qualities and her care for others, and that's why he chose her.
So Raven,
she didn't like killing things.
So Raven was powerful, but she was too crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting. So Raven was her own downfall.
Yeah.
Like if she had had some mercy in her. So I got questions after the end, and do you want me to talk to you about them, or do you want to keep reading something first?
Well, I just kind of want to know, like, what happened to Eve after or what happened to Raven after she got her arms cut off? Does she just die there?
I don't know. I thought she said that she couldn't die yet.
The game story is full of loose ends. Spoilers. This is a discussion on game facts. The section of I.7 that was flooded, we found out it was done on purpose by someone who wants to cover it up. The story left me hanging for looking for a continuation, but they just left it the way it was.
Yeah, I was literally going to say that's one thing I want to know about.
Yeah. You got ambushed by a bunch of goons who want to sell your parts to the black market for money. These guys are dead, but they never expanded. If this goes deeper, what is this black market? Who else is involved? That's one of the loose ends, this person said. Raven is still alive, but she never makes it into a post-credit scene. Why? Again, this is just another loose end in storytelling.
Who wrote this, by the way?
Murrow Boy 1, 5 months ago.
On GameFAQs?
Yeah. It's spelled Murrow Boy 1.
Well, Marrow Boy, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Do you think he's like Bone Marrow Boy? Like he's like a bone marrow transplant guy?
I don't know. So they said, for this, again, it's just another loose end in storytelling. It's such a perfect setup, too, for a sequel. She can be the antagonist. Instead, you never hear from her again. Don't just throw a story at me and leave it the way it is. It's not like a cliffhanger or open endings where it's up to you to interpret. These few things felt sloppy. I felt like the developers wanted to branch out but didn't have enough time. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff going on in Zion I don't hear about, but I'm looking at this from a storyteller
Perspective, they meant.
Oh, perspective.
You don't spell everything right either. Don't be mean to Bone Marrow Transplant Boy.
Okay. It feels rushed when you mention something that's going on. Oh, that's been going on all the time that's not relevant to the story and leave it the way it is.
Yeah, like, who was that killer? That's a big question I have. Who was that guy who was the killer who contacted the little girl, wanted us to go and find the bodies, contacted the little girl again, said thanks, and then ditched it? I want to know.
And then we found all those bodies in Zion in that weird facility, too.
Yeah, so what was up with that?
I don't know.
I don't think that was all just that one guy who, like, you know, took the fall for it. I think there was more to it than just that one guy, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know. They never really got into that. This person said, and this person's name is ACET14, and then they said, after completing my second and final playthrough, I have a few head scratchers to throw.
Final playthrough? Play it again.
Oh, to throw into the fray as well. Well, number one, who turned Taki into a science experiment? Raven could not have done so, as all battle bots relied on an engineer for the non-combat / technical upkeep tasks. So, like, they said basically Raven wouldn't have known how to corrupt her like that, but I thought it was just corruption, like, in general, like Natiba, like, corrupted her.
But then Eve said, you don't get to talk about truth, not after what you did to Raven, remember?
Not after what you did to Taki. You mean?
Yeah, Taki, sorry.
I don't know, that kind of implied to me, like, that Raven did that to Taki. Number two, why are we willing to throw caution aside and believe fully in Adam? He made Raven a Natiba cosplay, which, considering her combat prowess, not even sure why it was necessary aside from hiding her identity, I guess. That's actually not true. Adam did not make that cosplay for her. Raven made that of her own accord.
How do you know that?
Because I saw that on the Raven wiki.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that, like, Raven decided to go around, like, as a Natiba. And she purposely sought out Eve and Taki at the beginning because she knew that they were powerful.
How would she become a Natiba, though, like that? And then be pulled out of it later? Like, did she basically just make a mech suit out of Natiba shit?
Yeah, don't you remember she had, like, that weird costume?
Right, but it was a really complicated costume. Like, it was alive.
It was kind of like that.
It had flesh.
I don't know how she made it. It's just supposedly she made it.
I'm not trying to be annoying here. I'm just asking.
I don't know.
You knew.
I don't know. She just supposedly made it.
Okay.
Which faction are in control of the space station elevator? I feel like that doesn't matter. This person, no offense to ACET14, but your questions don't make nearly as much sense as Bone Marrow Boy 1.
Well, they're still fair questions. I mean, like, I think their point is that there's a lot of world building without answers. That's
true, and they could have been clearer answers, but from my understanding, it seemed like Raven was the one who corrupted Taki, and it seems like Raven was the one who made her own outfit.
But they did make a good point that, like, how would Raven know how to do that? Because the whole point of having these engineers was to
yeah, that's true.
Like, that's actually, I think, a fair point.
Same with that's why we needed Lily, because Eve didn't know how to make a lot of that stuff. I feel like their question about, like, which faction owned the space station elevator and why there was an enemy up there doesn't really make sense, because I feel like you just weren't paying attention to the story at that point, because they said like all of those bodies from the battlefield there culminated into one big Natiba that tried to get revenge on the colony by climbing all the way up the space station. That's why that was there. It doesn't really matter like what humans owned the space station.
Well, I do kind of actually wonder how not to like contradict you here, but I do kind of wonder how that thing at the top was so yes, so there's the Demo Gorgon. That's the thing you're talking about in a way that was climbing it. It was trying to get to the colony.
Yes.
And I think it was slowly inching its way.
Yes.
But what about that Demo Crawler thing?
That was a part of the Demogorgon, and it came out of
It was just a tiny piece of it?
Yeah, it was like a bunch of Natibas culminated together to make one big Natiba.
I got that, but I thought that was just the Demo Gorgon that was that way. It was both?
Yeah, so the Democrawler was one of those tiny Natibas that was inside of the Demogorgon, and it came out to fight us. Does that make sense?
Now it makes sense, but when we got up there, it was just there, so that's why I was asking.
No, that makes sense. I understand that. Maybe that person is asking that because it was called the Raphael Marx orbit elevator, and we found out that Adam was Raphael Marx. But it could have been dedicated to him, or maybe he created that back in his old life, but before all of this happened.
I think it was that one, because, like, he had, like, set up all of this, you know, and made Mother Sphere to help.
Mm-hmm. And then she went off the rails.
So I think, my understanding is he was, like, a prominent Tony Stark-esque, like, billionaire.
Yeah.
At the time, who had, like, made a ton of stuff. Mm-hmm. And who had, like, kind of created, like, all of this infrastructure, and then everything went to hell.
Yeah.
And then he must have tried to fund... He must have also then played the other side. Like, he tried to help create the Natibas to fight back because Mother Sphere, this creation he made, was going to wipe them out. Mm. So then he was like, well, now I'll work with this, and...
Because he didn't know how to fix it.
And remember, he made, like, a less complicated AI to help him? The one that helped create the Natibas? Remember that thing?
Yeah.
So I get what... it is an interesting question, though, of, like, well, also, what was that Natiba going to do when it got to the colony? Just destroy the colony? And that's it?
Uh-huh. I mean, I guess I don't know. That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
It's not... I don't think the Natibas had enough brain capacity to figure that out.
But Adam did. And he didn't want the colony to be destroyed. So were some of these Natibas totally out of his control?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of them were just acting on their own impulses. I don't think he controlled any of them. I think they, like, all went into their own hostile, like, intentions away from whatever he wanted.
Except for him and Oracle.
Yeah. Who didn't lose their sense of humanity yet.
Yeah, it seems like Oracle had, and then he got it back.
Because it seems like when the Natibas lost their sense of humanity, they stopped following orders or anything and just went with their own inhibitions that they had wanted to do, and followed revenge.
Mm-hmm. I kept wondering why I couldn't pull out my gun, and I forgot part of the story here is that you can't use your gun.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Do you want to talk anymore about it?
I'm still reading.
I'm sorry. I'll just be quiet. I'll just sit over here and be quiet.
Yeah, you be quiet over there. Somebody said that they were mad about the post-credit scenes because they said, and I quote, "This isn't the MCU."
Oh, fuck off. I mean, like, I get, like, that post-credit scenes are a little overdone, but, like, that shouldn't matter.
I don't know, I really like post-credit scenes. I like that they're kind of a popular thing because I really enjoy seeing, like, an epilogue type thing. And they've been doing epilogues in books for the past, like, 1,010 years, so why can't they do it in video games and movies?
My favorite thing is when Henry Cavill shows up and says, boy, it's been a while since anyone made the world this nervous. That's my favorite post-credit scene. And then he says, Black Adam, we need to talk.
Yeah, and then they never do anything with him ever again.
That's my favorite post-credit scene ever done.
Yeah, you like that?
I remember leaving the theater so excited.
Yeah, because you thought they were actually going to bring back Henry Cavill's Superman.
Yeah, I was like, this is cool. This is awesome.
And now the only movie we've seen him be in now is him playing Wolverine for 2 seconds in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Which I kind of hope he gets to be in the Marvel Universe or something at some point here.
So
what if Marvel makes character called Mooper-san, and
You're an
it's played by Henry
I think it should be
Cavill.
played by you after that joke. So I wanted to ask you a couple things. Were there any other, like, open-ended questions people had, or no?
No.
Okay, I have one.
Okay.
Who killed that angel in the cave and left it there?
Raven.
Now, don't say Raven.
Raven.
Here's why it doesn't make any sense. Why didn't she finish it off? She finished off every other angel that touched down.
Maybe she didn't know that one was still alive.
Maybe. Seems like she's not that dumb. She was pretty smart. So I don't understand, was she the only traitor? Like, or was there another one?
I guess there could have been, and maybe Raven decided to trade her that one too. Like maybe she double-crossed the other traitor or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, like, okay, fine. I can buy that it's Raven, but it made it sound like it was someone in their actual squad. Like,
Yeah, but Raven was a part of the 2nd Airborne Squad. She was the leader.
so was that angel from the 2nd Airborne Squad?
I think she was supposed to be.
Okay,
yeah.
because I didn't know it was from the same squad as her, and I guess I just don't understand why she was left on life support alive.
I don't know. I guess I'm not sure.
That was a question I had, was like, okay, well,
They probably could have explained some of that better.
was that Raven, or who was it? My main question is, who was that serial killer? Did anyone answer that question? Like,
Nobody
when you-
knows. Nobody knows.
Did anyone say, yeah, that bothered me too, at least?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, because I've been bringing that up for a while, and every time I brought it up, you were like, yeah, they're not going to get back to it. But
Because I didn't think they were gonna.
But you never had anything to actually say about it. Like, it didn't seem like it bothered you.
No, it bothered me. It made me mad because I thought it was really interesting, but I just kind of let go the fact that they're probably not going to go back to it because it's like one of those. It's one of those things with like games like this that, you know, originally had a low budget. Like without Sony getting involved, this game would have been a very low budget indie game. And you know, a lot of times when it comes to low budget indie games, they tend to forget things, you know, because they're not as like tight knit as somebody like Insomniac Spider-Man is, and even Insomniac Spider-Man has plot problems too. You know, so it's like I didn't expect them to circle back to that just because I didn't think that they were like writing it, you know, in a way that they would remember to come back to it. Does that make sense?
No,
like
it
I
does.
guess I just didn't have a whole lot of faith that they would come back to a lot of the side quests because it seemed like they were mostly focused on the main story.
Which sucks, because I really liked the side quests.
I thought the side quests were amazing. They were really good. It's just I didn't have a lot of faith that they were going to circle back to them because I've seen a lot of games in a similar vein who don't.
Like
and
Nancy Drew.
Yeah, and it always really annoys me whenever they do that, but it's like, oh, well, it was a low-budget indie game. What are you gonna do, you know?
So you're saying you were expecting this to still have some of the quirks of its origins?
Yes. Yes, I was expecting that, because I didn't expect it to be as AAA as something like Batman Arkham Knight, you know? Like, because it's not that huge of a title. It's a brand new title from a new company who's just starting out, you know, making a game of this caliber. They got really lucky with Sony investing in them, which doesn't usually happen. So yeah, I mean, I can see why there's going to be plot holes, there's going to be quirks, the game's not going to be perfect. However, I have higher hopes for the sequel that they will have learned their lessons and taken feedback from people like me.
Why you specifically?
Well,
not
because
me.
I know everything, of course.
But not me.
No, you shut up over there.
You haven't been very nice to me tonight.
I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, I think that every single time you do something for the first time, there's gonna be mess-ups, but you get better every single time.
I don't know. The first time I had sex, I was a pro.
That's true. So, you know, I feel like in the sequel, we're gonna get even better with that, and then if they make a third game, it'll be even better than that, you know? That's just kind of how things go, I feel like. And I feel like there's a lot of potential for this game studio to make some really amazing games and some really amazing franchises.
This is still one of my favorite games in years.
It's still amazing. It's really great. I mean, like, you know, even if they had, like, a way lower budget and it was just, like, an indie game that, like, Sony didn't invest in, I still would love it.
Well, you heard it here from the creator of Mooper-san.
Yes.
High praise.
Thank you.
I lost to the Demo Crawler.
Can we stop talking now? My voice hurts.
Yes. Do you have any final thoughts on the game?
No,
'Cause-
I said my
Okay,
piece.
can I tell you mine real quick?
Yeah.
I love the game. One of my favorites in years. I love the cosmetics. I love the character design. I like how the final boss is different no matter, you know, like what choice you make. I love Lily. Totally underrated character. Doesn't seem like anyone talks about her, but I thought she was great.
She needed more cosmetics.
Yeah, I really want more of her. And not just to be like a simp here, but I genuinely do think her and Eve have like chemistry. Do you not?
I mean, I don't know. I think they had chemistry, but I also don't know if that's just because I have a fetish for it.
Well, I don't know. I thought they actually had like sexual chemistry.
I mean, they could have
And
just,
like good friendship.
they could have just had best friend chemistry to normal people.
Well, I
We
thought
don't
they had
know.
both.
I want to see them have a sleepover.
See, I didn't think that there was romantic chemistry with Adam.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of thought there was a little bit at the end.
Maybe at the very end.
At the very end.
But that would have been it. There wasn't really
But
any.
not really much throughout the entire rest of the game, no.
Well, we already know that if they ever did anything like that, it would be called woke, so.
That makes sense.
You know, like if the Lily thing.
I kind of think that Eve had the most romantic chemistry with Taki.
I thought that was more like sisterhood because there was like so little we got to see of her, whereas there's a lot of tender moments with Lily.
I guess that's true.
But I don't know, that's just me. I like the game a lot. I think there were things that I wish were more expanded on. There were things where I really think that like some mysteries have personality, you know, where it's like it's a mystery and you're like, oh boy, I can't wait to learn more. Some mysteries in this game were annoying. And that's not to like hate on the game, it's just that irritated me. Like, why didn't we get to actually see some of this stuff?
Yeah, like why couldn't we put the serial killer in jail?
Yeah, and like, who was it? I don't even care if they get what they deserve. I just want to know who was it, because
Yeah.
they contacted Eve specifically.
Yeah, and then we never find out about that. Like and then we never see that kid again either.
Yeah. So that's kind of my...
It's like, does that kid not live in Zion now, or what happened?
I do completely agree with what that one person said. Who was the killer? Who were the people running that underground, like, chop shop thing? What happened with that? How did Adam know about that and get involved? Who were the people who ran that facility that was supposed to, like, preserve people's memories without Oracle? What was the deal with that? Those were actually probably my biggest questions. I think your biggest question was what happens to the Natibas now?
Yeah, that's
And
my biggest
I
question.
don't care.
And what happens to Raven now, too?
Do you want to know? Oh, I agree with Raven, but you want to know why I don't care about that one question? Is they need enemies for a second game, and so like the enemies are obviously either going to be Mother Sphere, the Natibas, or both, right?
I thought it was going to be like Mother Sphere sending down more angels or something.
I don't think you'd have a whole game where you only fight angels and then no Natibas, because that was such a staple of this game. But that's just
suppose.
me.
I suppose.
I think that would go against what this game was.
I suppose.
So you wanted to be done talking. I will be done talking, but overall I loved it.
What if the angels get so mad that they become the new Natibas?
Well, there you go. It's like symmetry or poetry or whatever that George Lucas said.
Yeah.
It rhymes. I guess I just wish certain things had been answered, and maybe they will in the future. But in games and movies, some mysteries feel like they have an answer and you just don't know. Some of the mysteries in this felt like they didn't have an answer.
Yeah, like somebody wrote them thinking that they'd get to the answer later and then forgot.
Yes, and you know there's a difference. You know, like, there's a difference between we left it open-ended for you to decide and we didn't know either.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't even have any opinion on that.
Yeah.
That's different to me, because, like, there's like Masahiro Ito and like the creators of Silent Hill 2 saying, hey, we're not going to tell you what we believe is under Pyramid Head's mask. And then there's, well, we don't give a shit. And certain mysteries in this felt more like the second. Like, we care about this game very deeply, but we don't care about that little question we introduced that you care about. I don't know. Okay, cut back in for a second. Say thank you to our members. Jill, thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who watched this long Let's Play.
Yay!
And we will see you in the future. And maybe...
Here's the members' names.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you,
they're right
John
there.
Carter from Mars.
It's not him.
Thank you, Ethan from Heavy Rain.
What?
Thank you to Cyclops, James Marsden.
From X-Men?
Big thank you to Django Fett. And also a huge thank you to Black Adam.
How much money is Black Adam giving you a month?
Well, whenever he sends it, the check comes in the mail and it comes with a little note saying, you've just been blacked.
And it's for what, 1 penny?
Yeah.
Yeah, figures. It's because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson can't get any work now.
He gets work all the time.
I'm just kidding.